Hello. Just wanted to make a video outlining my experience with Nucleus Overload. So, first off, what is it? Nucleus Overload is the method of increasing nuclei and satellite cells within the muscle belly. So, why would you want to do this? It's something that can increase the potential of the muscle size. It also has a lot of other benefits, such as strength, muscle endurance, mind muscle connection, and mental fortitude to push past your limits. I first stumbled onto Nucleus Overload by, I don't know, maybe a year or so ago. I was benching for 5 times a week, and someone was saying that you should probably even out the pulling. So I started doing banded face pulls, and I was doing them at the beginning and the end of every workout. Usually 4 or 5 sets of 20 to 100. Kind of depended on which kind of band I could get on. If it was an easy band, I'd go ham and do a ton. If it was a tougher band, I'd do less reps. So that's kind of how I got started doing it. And within a couple of months, I noticed that my rear delts were starting to get quite developed. And it was not the goal of it. I was mostly doing it just to kind of even out the pressing with some bit more pulling and trying to keep that getting away from the kyphotic posture. So after doing daily face pulls for, I don't know, 3 or 4 months, rear delts started popping. And now, maybe a year or so later, the rear delt is by far the most, most developed of the 3 muscle heads, by far. So that was my first, accidental run-in with it, just doing high reps, not really doing it for strength or size or anything, but just hitting something for, just for health, really. So then I stumbled onto guys like Megan from 3D Alpha, Alpha Destiny, Nether Beast, a bunch of other guys talking about their experience with Nucleus Overload and how they've applied it. So that's how I found out about it. So after hearing about it from the other guys, I decided that I wanted to try it on myself a little bit more scientifically and not just going ham on face pulls every day. So I tried it with side laterals, biceps, and quads. So the way I was doing it was for side laterals, I was just holding on to 5 or 10 pound plates and just doing side raises for 5 minutes. For biceps, I was just doing like a cable curl or a banded curl just for 5 minutes. And for quads, I was just doing squats, air squats, or with the barbell for 5 minutes or so. And some days it'd be shorter if I was gassed, some days it'd be longer, sometimes I'd go up to 10 minutes of just going straight. And you know what, at the end, you're definitely burning out and you're losing a lot of your strength to do it strict, specifically with the side laterals. Like, you can only do side laterals for so long until you have to start cheating a bit and getting a little bit more body momentum involved. That's fine. That doesn't seem to really hinder it, as long as you're focusing on really following through the movement with the muscle that you're trying to hit. So to get into a bit more details on how I was actually doing it, the daily workout was about 5 to 10 minutes of a single exercise, and I would do it just straight, just hit it with a lightweight and just do it for 5-10 minutes. Usually pick a song that I can rock out to and have some fun. The goal was usually between 200 to 500 reps. Somewhere in that range seems to be kind of optimal and actually doable day after day after day. I was doing it 5 days a week, taking 2 days off, and I followed through for about 2 to 3 months per muscle group, depending on how antsy I got to get back into real weight. Because during this time, I wasn't doing a lot of specific, say, shoulder work. I wasn't doing any shoulder pressing. Or for the biceps, I was doing no actual isolation work, with the exception of the daily 5-minute workout. So then after that, and you do your couple months of it, you can move back into real weight and kind of see whatever results you got, whether it was size, strength, muscle endurance, whatever you can get from actually going ham for 5 minutes on a solid exercise. How to choose which muscle group you want to do. For me, I chose muscle groups that I thought were lagging as far as size and appearance, that I wasn't really too concerned about strength on. I really don't care how much of a strict barbell curl I can do. I just want biceps, because, who doesn't want a nice gun show, right? or even nice, side shoulder cap, having some nice laterals. These are things that I was going after. But after doing side laterals for 3 months, I came back and hit a 20-pound PR on my shoulder press, and I did it for a triple instead of just a 1 rep max. So there does seem to be a bit of carryover for strength, more muscle endurance, because I can go ham on some exercises after doing 5 minutes straight. It's pretty easy to go through 20 sets of something that are only take a minute at a time or less. You just kind of build a lot of endurance in that fashion. Exercises. I would choose exercises that suit your physiology. And when I say suit your physiology, I mean in a way that it's not hurting you. Like, for example, if you wanted to do triceps and you're doing tricep extensions every day, that's hard on people's elbows. So don't do that every day if it's going to hurt you. Sometimes, weird barbell curls hurt people's elbows or wrists. Don't do those things. Choose exercises that are easy, that feel good, that aren't taking away anything from your normal training. This should be a little side note on the side. It's not your main brainchild of what you're working on. Also, choose exercises that you can do for a long period of time. Side raises are a good one, because when you gas out, you just leave your arms by the side and then do another rep and kind of squeak out all the reps that you can do. And the last thing would be to pick exercises that you can really get a pump on, like doing a good curl, just something that you can really squeeze and feel the muscle, side raises, tricep kickbacks, or whatever you have it. Just pick exercises that don't hurt you, that feel good, and you can get a crazy pump, because pumps are fun. So that's pretty much my Nucleus Overload experience. I really have enjoyed trying it, doing it with different things. I feel like I've gotten great results. My muscles that I've done look better. They look bigger and fuller. They've got more endurance. I can come back into regular training and get back into real weights and have some fun, and not feel like I lost anything for taking 2 or 3 months to just hammer it by itself with really light, high volume weights. Another thing to add is it's not a quick fix. If you want big delts, doing this for 3 months is not going to give you big delts. But what it will do will give you potential to have real big delts. So, you do it for 3 months and you will see some size, because you're probably hitting it with more volume than you were before. But the real results show up when you start hammering it back with real weight, when you can really capitalize all those satellite cells and all those new nuclei that you added through doing this daily, just high rep training. So that's pretty much that. If you have any questions, let me know. Put them in the comments down below and we can have some fun. Sweet. Thanks, guys.